welcome back. We are going circuit racing again. Finally, we're making our way back to LMU. We're going to be testing out their lovely new update with the version 1.4, I believe it is, which introduces a whole load of stuff, some BOP changes, new circuits, which is lovely, and some little things, you know, little quirks, fixes, that you can now lose tyres and get punches. And I think you can have mechanical breakdowns, but I'm not too sure on that. Either way, we're returning to LMU, and I haven't done this for a while. I have been sending cars sideways, if you've seen some of my latest videos, and enjoying it. It's a much different driving style. I'm expecting to be extremely bad, basically. So I thought, what a better way to get back into the swing of things using AI. The whole premise of this channel, when I started it, was sort of getting better as a driver. This is one of those driving tools and aids that everyone seems to be using now, so we are going to be testing out the Coach Dave Academy driving app. So it has AI integration, and apparently it can sort of tell you how your driving style is and give you a setup that fits that. So we're going to do sort of like 5 laps of Laguna Seca, get a feel for it, and then hop in to the data basically and see if it can make us quicker, get us up to pace, and see if it actually works. But it gives us a chance to explore the new tracks as well and see how amazing they are. So let's jump straight into it and see how quick we can go without any help, and then see what the AI tells us, where we're going wrong or if we're doing everything perfect. So let's see if we can lock in for 5 laps to give Coach Dave sort of the data that it requires, and then hopefully it can tell us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. So I'd be happy if we can sort of touch maybe the 125s initially, and then sort of get down to sort of 123s. I think I'd be super happy with that. I think this is now the last lap, so let's see what we can come out with. Hopefully we've given the AI enough data and it can give us some tips and tricks. Okay, that was better through there. Slightly up, ever so slightly. Let me get some big commitment through the corkscrew here. Oh, I think that was flirting with the old track limits there. Oh, really wide on the second to last corner. And we're just going to be a fraction quicker. Okay, let's go have a look at the data and see what the AI tells us. I'm really interested with this bit. Okay, so coming out of LMU, this is the sort of session data, I suppose. I'm looking at it for the first time as you guys are looking at it. So best lap 123.8 puts us in a top 20%. Which is a lot better than I thought we'd do. Okay, so let's have a little look and see. We'll finish the session, and then it gives us all of this data. This is much nicer than some of the other softwares that I've used in the past. This looks super clean. So let's have a little look through, and I'll probably pick up some bits, chop it here and there, so you don't have to look too much about me sort of searching through everything. Giving you the pointers about which pieces of information that you're sort of picking up on. So I guess if I click this show me button, oh wow, this is, so it actually gives you a full breakdown of where you broke incorrectly. So you braked 5 meters later than the reference. You were 5 miles an hour slower than the reference, and your exit was 3 miles an hour slower. Okay, so it picks up on points, and I mean, it's all so overwhelming and too much to talk about in the video. So that's a professional. That's the professional's lap versus ours. So that's very cool. I mean, it gives you a lot of data, like a super good amount of data, which is really interesting. I've managed to find the leaderboard. Mr. Whitehead is obviously rank number 1 with his 121.4. So I think we're going to set ourselves the realistic benchmark of, with a bit of AI training, so going into all of the points, looking at what it's telling us, Also having a setup that's going to work especially for us, which will be, again, very lovely. We're going to have to set ourselves a goal. Now, top 100 I think is too easy. I think that I'm going to set a big target. I'm going to go top 20. I'm going to be realistic. Top 20. So we're going to give ourselves a target of top 20 with all of the AI tools and help. Can we get there? See if we can beat it. The quality balance setup is on. There's a couple of traction control changes that have been made. Looks like the brake bias has been shifted forward a little bit, and obviously there'll be some ARB changes and little bits and like pieces like that. Just see how the car feels. We are obviously running much less fuel than we were in the first session. We are running only, what, 15 litres compared to 45. So the car's always going to feel lighter and quicker. Let's see how the car feels. I'm expecting, if anything, normally what I find the difference between a good setup and sort of a default is the car just feels like it's on the nose a bit more and actually turns in. So that's what I'm sort of looking for more than anything. Okay, let's try that again. Can we get a clean lap? Okay, so looking back at sort of the recording, I did unfortunately forget to talk during this lap. So this turned out to be our best lap from the first sort of setup change. And obviously with using the setup, this was one of the few things I was noticing. So I noticed that the car was a lot more front sort of bitey, which is what I was expecting. And it was also a lot of lift-off oversteer. So lift-off rotation made a massive difference, especially through these sort of corners. Was taking third gear there, which felt really nice. Just short shifting to third to allow me to get on the power a little bit earlier, and just trying to get a little bit of a feel for the track. Obviously doing more and more laps, you're going to start getting a little bit of feeling, and obviously being a little bit lower fuel, we're going to be setting a quicker lap time anyway, so have a really nice run here through the corkscrew, allowing us to get over nice and far to the right, which gives us a brilliant line through this corner. And it's a corner I've been really struggling with. Not as much as this one apparently, because I just need a taxi to the apex there, unfortunately. But picking our braking point into this last corner, nice and hard on the brakes, rolling off and getting a really good exit there, hopefully for a really good lap. That felt good. A 1:23.2. Okay, it's a lot of improvement there. Okay, so with that, we've managed to jump ourselves up to 78. So best lap was a 1:23.2. We've gained 45 places up to 78th, which is good. So still not quite where we want to be, but definitely where we can get to, I think. So there is now some tweaks. So if I click on the setup IQ and then click auto tune, let's see what it does. I have no idea what this is going to do. So it reviews your telemetry data and then adjusts it so that it uses the same setup name and then loads it into the game. So what we're going to do now is hop back into the game, use this setup, and see if it feels any different. Soften the rear platform, unlock the diff for stability. So it gives you a little bit of inkling as to what happened. Let's pop into game to see how it feels. Okay, back with the V1, or V2 technically. I guess V1 because it's the first change version. And let's see if it can help us get down into that 22. So we're in the same session. We've done the update, we've gone out, changed the bits and pieces, changed the setup, and then we're going to see if we can improve. So we've got another 7 laps of fuel. Let's see if we can do it. Right, last lap. Let's see what we can do. So once again, I've not spoken throughout an entire lap. So this is the last lap of the session. This was the best lap that we put in. Not best lap in total. We did do a quicker lap than this. However, it wasn't clean, so it didn't count. But something that I did learn from the AI prior to this and through the data analysing was I needed to roll the car more. So coming off the brakes slightly earlier, it was saying that I was holding the brakes about 4 to 5 metres too long. And when I watched the Luke Whitehead lap, I could see that he was coming off the brakes and just letting the car roll through, rotate, carry that rolling speed. And that was giving him masses and masses of time over myself. So that's what we were focusing on. And here you can see us about a tenth and a half up. Not the best, but something pretty good. But coming into the corkscrew, We're a little bit early on the brakes, but we are going to try and maximise on the exit, so we're gaining that 10th back, and it gives us a brilliant clean run through this horrible left-hander. And if I can just hook up this second to last corner, I might actually gain some time back. It's not pretty, but it's quicker. And just making sure we focus on rolling the car through this last corner and getting on the power as early as possible. It's better, but it's not the best we can do. Okay, it's feeling better under underload. I think I'm gonna have a little look at some data from going over the corkscrew. I feel like I'm losing some time through there and in the last sector as well. So I'm just going to go away, have a little review of some of the footage through there and see where that puts us. So after a little bit of data analysing, we actually made quite some jumps. We managed to jump up to 16th overall, top 2.5% now. So we've actually beaten our target, which we set out to do. I'm thoroughly impressed with how quick this has got me up to speed after having such a long time off, but I'm still not satisfied. I want top 10 now. I know there's a top 10 time in there. So our optimal time was actually a 22.7, which would put us 10th. So we're going to do one more session. I've done one more auto tune. The tuning has changed. It's loosened the differential for better exit, traction and rotation. So we're going to load that up. This is V2, and this will be the last attempt we do, 7 laps, seeing if we can get there, and I think we'll do it. It's starting to feel like it's coming together. It's just that last sector, there's probably like 4 tenths to be found, I think. So I'm not going to get near rank 1, but let's see if we can get to top 10. No! Ah! Oh, I think I'm going to have to take the L. I think I'm going to have to take the L on that. What is my optimal at least? 122.4. Oh, that is so painful. All in all, I'm actually pretty impressed with the Delta app from Coach Dave. It's incredible, to be honest. The amount of information you get from it, both being able to look at pro laps, being able to literally do side-by-sides with your lap and their lap. And the AI feature is fantastic. Like, being able to tweak a setup to your driving style is amazing. Because sometimes, like, if you're like myself, you don't know what your driving style is. Having an AI software analyze your data when the telemetry is so overwhelming to actually look at is brilliant. And I mean, getting back up to speed, you know, top 2% nearly, there's definitely a 22.4 in there. It's just, it broke me. I'll probably end up going and doing it off camera, and if I do, I'll put that lap at the end. But yeah, that was good. I feel like I'm back up to speed, and maybe it's time to actually take on some races again online. But we'll see. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.